must especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now Jones. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they're up to the challenge.
Throwing, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down, and even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again, it's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are back within a score. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. The Seahawks at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He's got a first down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance.
Touchdown! Dwayne Eskridge, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Here's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Jones on 1st down. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, Strong going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. Finding room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Strong. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 50 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Hey, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Back to throw again. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
throwing on first down. Strong going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
On 3rd down, Strong. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Barkley again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And who's got it? The Giants! So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Giants. Nick Vannett from 17 yards out. And the Giants have moved out in front. Gano for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Giants 28, Seahawks 24.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
And both defenses back on their heels. Escape, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and it gives him a 3-point lead. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. He's got Bellinger. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's complete to Shepard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On second down, here's Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones completes this again to Shepard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. In motion comes the tight end left. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 28.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate a count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 15. 1st down Seahawks. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Strong being chased out left. And Walker has it. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up. Downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley pushes him over. And some space here. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Slot man moves right. Saquon Barkley running right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Jones, flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 3rd down. Strong. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down. Strong. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10. Strong. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Operating from the gun. Strong. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock. Now let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
In motion right is Robinson. Barkley, inside handoff. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Barkley. 186 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
They'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
He'll spot Eskridge open left side.
And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case, because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, it's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.